So, just when you think it can't get worse, it fucking gets worse for this team. Wow. It's a shame too because this was a very cool game. Like I was pretty psyched about not not so much the game, but just the concept around this game. I was kind of digging the whole, you know, first Black Friday game, and just to have a game on Black Friday, I thought was pretty cool. And and you had the ability to just really inject that black theme. The black end zones, the black emblem in the middle of the field looked really cool. It's a shame that it all went to waste because this fucking team just cannot score. This team has no offense, and this team is in big trouble, man. So I mean, what is there to say about this game other than in theory it was a cool game to look forward to, but you kind of knew that the Jets just weren't. You kind of thought that maybe they had a chance, but I gotta tell you, Tim Boyle didn't do it for me. I don't think he did it for anybody. He didn't. It goes back to what I always say, man. If they would have just kept Mike White, why they got rid of him, I'll never understand. But anyway, Tim Boyle, listen, nice try, but I don't see how you can fucking start that guy again. And listen, we all know that the offensive line is a major fucking problem with this team. But there's something else going on, I think, with this team that just ain't right, man. It could be Hackett. Hackett could be the problem here as well. I mean, how many times you going to start the game fucking handing the ball off? Like you start the game the same way every fucking week. So it's like, and it just seems like there's just nothing to this offense. And to me, the play calling is very suspect at this point. And the problem with Hackett is that's Rodgers' guy. So because it's Rodgers' guy, he's not going anywhere. And that puts Saleh in a predicament because Saleh's the head coach, right? So Saleh has to make the decisions as the head coach, right? But how are you going to make a decision to fire Hackett when he was brought in for Rodgers? So it's a mess, man. It's a fucking circus, to be honest with you. It's just it's ridiculous at this point. So, I mean, like I said, what do you want me to go over here? That they fucking threw a Hail Mary and it got returned for 99 yards. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen that in my fucking life. But I guess the first Black Friday game needs some type of a historical play. And go figure, the Jets once again are the at the end of that one. So, I don't know. Like I said, it was just I'm starting to wonder, honestly, if this game was so fucking bad. I'm starting to wonder if they would have just been better off with Zach playing in this game. Seriously. I mean, that's how fucking bad, that is how bad this fucking game was to me. It was pathetic. I think they would have done better with Zach at quarterback today. That's how fucking bad I thought this game was played today. So, I don't know, man. I'm at a loss for words. I honestly I have no idea what to say at this point. You knew it was going to be a problem. I did anyway when the first play on defense is a fucking great play by Williams, right? And it's negated by a penalty. So, boom, there you go. It's just the same shit every week. That set the tone for the rest of the game, basically, in my opinion, to where, all right, it's going to be another one of these fucking games, man. Penalties and, just no offense. Like, even when they were down by 2 touchdowns, I was like, this game's over because they can't even score 1 touchdown. So, to me, the game was over once they were down, And they got a touchdown, right? They finally got a fucking touchdown, but basically it was in garbage time. Wilson caught that touchdown in the end zone. And I don't know if I have any footage of it, but as you recall, he puts his hand up with the ball like fucking finally, like they finally got a touchdown. But it was a joke of a touchdown because it was just, at that point in the game, is Miami really defending them hard? It didn't look like it to me. I mean, it looked like Miami was just trying to prevent something big from happening and trying to kill the clock at that point. But, listen, like I said, there's not much to say here. So, who's their next game? The Falcons, I think, right? I'm pretty sure it's the Falcons. So, I'm just going to go with that. Taking a chance here because I'm not even going to bother looking it up. I just don't feel like it because I'm so deflated from that game. But I believe it's the Falcons. Be honest with you, I haven't been following the Falcons this year. I don't even know what their record is. I think they're in the midline of teams. Like I think their record is like maybe a 500 record or somewhere in that vicinity. Give or take I don't think they have a winning record. But the only thing I know about the Falcons is that these days is I believe they had a really good draft pick with that running back. And that's it. To me, it doesn't even fucking matter at this point. I think the Jets are better off, honestly, man. The Jets are better off losing out for the rest of this season and just grabbing a quarterback in the draft in the spring. So, I really, really think that's what that's what this team has to do. Lose out and draft a quarterback in the draft. Just draft one. Whether or not I don't think they're gonna have the ability to get I don't know if they're picking. I don't think they'll be picking in the top 5, maybe in the top 10. If they're picking around there, they have a shot to get a quarterback. They could trade up, and it's worth doing, in my opinion. This team needs a quarterback. It's evident how bad this team needs a quarterback, and it's also, it goes to show you the importance of having a good quarterback. Look at Miami, right? Tua's been healthy, right? He's been living up to his expectation because he was a high draft pick. Look at what he's doing for that team, So, look at Stroud. Look at, Mahomes. Look at what these quarterbacks do for their teams, They turn the organization around. They make it a winning franchise. It's quarterback, man, quarterback position. And like I think I said in my last video, Jets have been looking for a fucking quarterback for my entire lifetime, it feels like. So I just think they should draft 2 this year. If one don't work out, maybe another one will. I would draft a quarterback every fucking year until one of them hits. That's what I would do, honestly. Whether it's first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth round, who gives a shit? Draft a quarterback every fucking year, and one of them hopefully hits at some point. So, and like I said it in the last video. Here's what they got to do. Spend half the draft on quarterbacks and half the draft on offensive linemen. Done. Draft is done. That's call it a day after that. Maybe a receiver to just help Garrett Wilson. But you can do that in free agency. You can do it with a trade. So really, offensive line and quarterback, I'm telling you, man, I would draft at least, no bullshit, at least 2 quarterbacks in this upcoming draft, which is like kind of unheard of. Like nobody drafts, I don't think, 2 fucking quarterbacks in the same draft. So why not? Draft 2. Grab 2 of them, and spend the rest of the draft on offensive line. Done deal. So, like I said, it was a cool game as far as first Black Friday game. The Jets did look good all in black with the black end zones and and I thought their logo in the middle of the field in black was really cool. And yes, the only time you're going to see that is for a Black Friday game. I don't think the emblem is black I know when they dress in black, they they do the end zones black, but I'm not sure if they do the emblem black. And I'm going to have to take a double look on that. But like I said, it was a really, in theory, it was a really, could have been a really cool game, but it was cool just because it was a Black Friday game and all that shit. But like I said, they basically flushed it down the fucking toilet. So I don't know, man. I kind of already covered the Falcons, basically. So, I don't even know what to fucking say at this point. Maybe I'll cap it here, and maybe I'll do a small Falcon video later on in the week. And that's it, man. So they dropped to, what are they now? 4-7. So what is that? 11. What, they got 6 games left? So listen, 6 games left. If you it's not out of the realm for them to lose 4 out of those 6. But even that gives them 2 wins, which would give them 6 wins, which would completely take them out of the ability to get a decent quarterback in the draft, I think. So basically, this team needs to lose out. They need to go, 4-13. They really do. And if they do that, I don't see how they won't draft a quarterback. And let's just say they're picking like top 10. Let's say they're at 10 or 12 or even 8, somewhere in that range. Then to me, trade up to get, one of these fucking quarterbacks. I'm not familiar with the quarterback prospects, so I got to do a little homework on that. My brother, who is big into college, he follows college. He said that it's a good crop coming out of quarterbacks. So we'll see. Like I said, I'm not familiar with the prospects, but if you got a few of them coming out, man, one of them's got to hit, or 2 of them's got to hit, hopefully. The Zach Wilson draft class, that quarterback class, when you think about it, was really bad. The only person who is holding some water in that class is Trevor Lawrence. Everybody else who got drafted in that round has tanked or is tanking. So that was a bad QB draft, man. And it figures, because the Jets were part of it. And then the other draft, with Donald, you could have hit on 3 of those quarterbacks. Go figure, the Jets picked the one who becomes the bust. Because Allen is Allen and Lamar Jackson is Lamar Jackson. So, and Baker Mayfield, to me, is still a competitive quarterback who can win games. So, go figure, the Jets picked, out of those 4, the Jets picked the fucking loser quarterback. And they had the third pick, but they had the second shot at all the quarterbacks. Mayfield was gone. They could have either went with Darnold, Josh Allen, or Lamar Jackson. And look at who they fucking picked. So, I don't know. And I wanted Allen at that point. So, I don't know, man. I don't know if there's an answer for this team at this point other than to, like I said, lose out and then go after a franchise quarterback in the draft. All right. Hope you all had a really good Thanksgiving, Black Friday today, right? I'm filming this, a couple hours after the game. And just, enjoy the rest of the weekend. And I'll be back with a Falcon video. I do not see it being that long, as I already mentioned. I'm haven't been following the Falcons, so I'm not really up on it. And at this point, who fucking cares? At this point, we need to just lose out. So, and there you have it. All right. So enjoy the weekend and look for the next video. Peace out.